Docker Compose just got a bit better. Docker released the Docker Compose Watch, which is, like the name says, is watching for any changes. And if you update Docker, you can, and it's really awesome. So they wrote a little blog here how you can use it, bind versus watch, and I really think watch because it's much easier to do. Here's like a little example. You create your compose file. That's a normal thing. Then you have your develop when you're developing, and there's a new point which is called watch. You have the action sync. So when you are changing in your own path slash web, anything inside of it, you will you will update the code inside of your Docker source web folder. And here you also ignore like the node modules if they are updating. It's completely getting ignored. And then if you need to rebuild it because this is a web Node.js project, you need to rebuild the Docker container, specify the package.json, and with this, every time you, let's say, install any package on your local machine, it's getting compiled inside of the package.json. And from there, it knows that it needs to rebuild, and it's rebuilding, it's recompiling, it's reinstalling the node modules. And here's also like a little example image. This is your machine, your project. If you change here, for example, the package.json, it's rebuilding the full container. And like I said here, it's if you update your web, anything inside of it, your app.js, you change your hello world to your hello YouTube, then it's syncing the changes to your Docker container and it's displaying it again. And the ignores is just like the git ignore, docker ignore, whatever you want. This is really, really, really helpful. And I also have like a little project for this. I have here Docker Compose file. I have a server and a client. In my server, I have a Spring Boot project. And there's my Docker file for this. This is the really basic Spring Boot file that I can run my Spring Boot, my backend. And here I have my server. This is from T3 Stack, Next.js project. Yeah, here I have a little multi-step application. So yeah, it's like basically just depending on your environment, if you have a develop, production or anything, it's taking different approaches. And then basically just in the end, it's like running your npm dev and npm install and everything else. And then inside of the Docker Compose file, we have it here. Like I said, you have your Next.js app, the building. We say for the building, we take the Docker file. Inside of it, we have this develop, like I said before, the watch, and there we have our sync, which is linked between these two directories. The target is again the Docker container, the path is your local machine. And then we have the rebuild, again, just basic. We have the ports, which we need to expose for React app because apps are always running on port 3000. Then we have our Spring, it's basically plain the same. We just everything out of our server. When there's changing anything, we need to sync it. When something is rebuilt, always needing to rebuild because it's Java, so I don't have any auto refresh or anything. We always need to build it. but you can do it like you want. And then we have here our port 8080, which we need to. And then if we just run docker compose, this is important, we need to run compose watch. And then it's running. And after it's compiled, it's just working like the normal development on your local machine. You have hot reload, you have everything you need. So yeah, you see it's created. Here you also get like the watching configurations. So you have your sync here and your rebuild is there. Then for your Spring app or anything else, you have these paths here. And if you see go inside of the Java, nope. Well, Java, that's it. We can say when we saved it. So in our configuration, it should recompile. And you see here, it's recompiling, installing everything. I'm new to Java. I'm sure like you can maybe do it some caching or so that it's working faster. But this is how it started to work for me. And you can also see localhost. But now you don't see anything. Oh, it's failed to fetch because the server is not running. Or I have errors in the code. But yeah, this is the Docker Compose watch. It's really amazing feature and I look forward where to use my applications. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel and goodbye.